I don't want a lot for Christmas.
I am the senator for the College of Allied Health and Nursing. My major is community health education with an emphasis in pre-occupational therapy and a minor in health science. A little bit of a mouthful, and this is my third year at MSU. Yeah.
Make my wish come true.
Yeah, so I had a friend that approached me during the spring elections in February and asked me to be a part of their party that was running. I asked, like, what do we do? And at that time I was taking a class that was an advocacy class. It just made me really appreciate all the work that people do for advocacy projects, just to help people and talk for people, be the voice. And I found that that was something that I really enjoyed doing, just trying to have a voice for people who don't normally get heard. And so that was one of the reasons that I wanted to run, because I thought that there were some issues on our campus and our college in general where people weren't getting heard and their problems weren't getting heard. And I wanted to be that voice to try and get those problems fixed. I have a few projects that I'm working on currently. One isn't quite wrapping up, but we just did a whole lot of work for, and that's food insecurity with Senator Landis. He brought that to us. He's our graduate studies senator. So I worked with him on that. I went to Student Health Services and got, I'm a health pro there, which stands for Peers Reaching Out. So we're students that go around and talk about health related issues to students. And I went there and I brought the issue there and thought the people in Student Health Services could help with that, and we did a huge tabling event for it to try and get the word out. We think that the biggest issue with that is that people don't know the resources that we have on campus or around campus, and so we did a campaign to get the resources out. Literally most of the tabling was just like, hey, do you want free food? You like free food, right? Like, these are places that you can get free food from. Just to try and get people's attention. Another campaign I'm working on is textbooks. It's a huge problem. People have been trying to work on it forever. I currently actually work at the library, and so I get the staff view of all the textbooks and the math textbooks. So I thought that point of view could be helpful and useful. One of my supervisors, Steve Johnson, he's the one that works with them personally, creates this huge Excel sheet of all the statistics with every MAV Reserve book. So not even all of the textbooks, just the MAV Reserve textbooks on how often they get used. Are they being used? Who's all using them? And so I've taken that sheet and I've adapted it to mostly show the books that aren't being used. So for this next year when we buy textbooks, we can try and get books that we know people are going to use and going to want to use. So I'm working closely with Janine, the manager of the bookstore, with that, and just seeing how we can adapt this, because people always want a textbook and they just want to see their textbook on there, and we want to know what books that they want. So that's a huge project I'm working on right now. And then starting this next semester, I'm going to be working closely with Senator Moy, the other College of Allied Health and Nursing senator. And we're going to go to the nursing department, and one thing that we want to research is the demographics of nursing, because diversity in the nursing program has been a problem brought to our attention forever. And so we just want to know what the requirements are for the nursing program and the demographics, so we can see, like, is this an issue? What's the issue? To see how we can best try and address it. One of the things that I'm trying to do just with all these projects in general is advertisement. Some students don't even know that we have a student government. Part of their tuition fee, not a lot, not a big portion, but part of their fee goes to pay for us to advocate for them and be their voice. So I want them to know that we're here. I want them to know that they can bring their problems to us, and we will do our best to try and solve them, or try and find the next best person to send them to try and solve it. So yeah, just advertisement of who we are and what we can do. What I I do. My favorite thing to do is actually bake. Yeah, I love baking. Normally when I go home at the end of the fall semester, my mom has bags of flour and sugar and butter waiting for me to just bake all these Christmas cookies, and it's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, so I actually have a grandmother who lives in North Mankato, and so I've been in Mankato for a while, and our favorite thing to do is just, the family comes here for Christmas, is just to go and see the Kiwanis Holiday Light Show at Sibley Park. We just love to just drive through it. If it's not too cold, we'll walk through it, get some hot chocolate. Well, for finals week, the library is open extra hours. We're open until 10 p.m. both Friday and Saturday. And just know that the CSU will be having a whole bunch of extra stuff going on. We have the pet therapy, we have the masseuses that come in. We're going to be having the free breakfast. So just looking for those times. Our staff and faculty try to do a lot to give back to us because they know how stressful the time of year it is. So just try and find those things because they're really nice.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, good luck on finals.